Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 War on the Sea West Campaign for Guadalcanal. I am Shadow, and this is the Insidious Hooligans YouTube channel. All having a good day. We're right back, hot on the heels of episode 1. Nothing's happened since then. No time has moved. I literally got up, grabbed a Coke, so I might be a little burpy or hiccupy. That's it. Nothing's happened. In the last episode, we sunk a tone class heavy cruiser. That's it. That was the opening engagement with a surface fleet in this campaign, and it only gets better from there. Without further ado, continue our path of terror island hopping campaign. And go back up to maximum speed, let everything get into place, start moving around, clearing out. Swear to God, if Growler engaged the exact same fleet, yep, they're down to one heavy cruiser. This is what we want. We want to take out heavy cruisers from these fleets. Heavy cruisers and cargo ships. When it comes to cargo fleets, I think I'm going to focus down the actual cargo ships because they are way more important. They have unlimited of them, but they're way more important to the Japanese right now than their service vessels, their actual military ships. Our fleet can go toe to toe with a cargo service fleet. No fucking problem. Hell, I mean, honestly, I could bring in my service fleet right now and just bully this fleet if I really wanted to. But I think Growler's gonna get a second wind of glory here as we move to take out a second heavy cruiser, and they are astern of us. I don't see them. Do not. Well, first off, we're going to pause. As you can see, they reshifted their lines. Oh, they're off our bow. My bad. They're port side bow. So we'll need to make a hard left turn. Left turn. And identify the ship really quick. Go Japan is a heavy cruiser. Again, we're going to look at the smokestacks, the weapons, and it's a Furitaka class, of which they only have 2 in service. So we're going to potentially take out 2 of their ships that they only have. We're going to take out 50% of 2 classes of ships in 2 engagements, potentially. We're going to identify this as, I did it first, I forgot about that. Identify it as a Furitaka. We're going to give it a 1-degree spread as well as 4 more torpedoes. We'll have 6 left over in our bow tubes, which will be a full complement. In our stern tubes, we have 10 torpedoes in storage as well as 4 tubes ready. So, without further ado, let's continue. If I can remember, keybind. Base, right? Jesus Christ. Start turning left towards Furitaka. Gorgeous ship, by the way. Furitaka and the Kakao. I think it's Kakao is the other ship in its class. Yeah, Kakao. Beautiful, beautiful ship. I believe it has 8-inch guns? 6-inch guns? And look. Oop. 20-centimeter guns. The 203 millimeters, that makes it, I think, 8 inches? 7 or 8 inches? Hey Siri, how many inches is 203 millimeters? Siri will tell us.
1 sec. 203 millimeters is 7.99 inches.
Yeah, 8-inch guns. That was correct. So we're going to stop our turn and we're going to decelerate down to 2 knots. Because we are actually going to be engaging from the side that the light cruiser is on, and we want to guarantee that we do not hit them. Because that would be disastrous for us. Also, getting out of this engagement is going to be a little more dangerous because we're gonna want to be closer than what we are right now. Let's see if I can find them visually. They're 8 kilometers away. 7. Oh, there they are. Go ahead and raise our periscope. We can actually look at them. They are. They're on a great line. Fire torpedoes into this formation of ships. And the downside about engaging so quickly after that last engagement is they're going to be on to us. They're going to be keen to the fact that there's submarines in the area. And I've had the AI freak out at the beginning of an engagement and go, "Oh shit, there's a submarine," and automatically detect me and hunt me down. It's not something I'm too keen for. What is the C-Safe 5? Okay. Is there a layer still? There is no layer. Okay. Good to know, good to know, good to know. We do need to close the distance to them a little bit. Help our solution get out as much as possible. But I don't want to get too close, because I don't want those destroyers to be right on top of me. Because evading depth charges is... It's not hard. You can kind of cheat and do it. But it's just annoying. It's just really annoying. I've actually beached myself before and had depth charges land all around me and do no damage to me. And have the destroyer just go right over me and have to turn around. I was able to leave combat before it could turn around. We have a 40% solution, 42% solution. We can get this down to below... I'm gonna go up to 8 knots. If we can get this down to below 4.5 kilometers, we should be golden. I just don't want to get... I'm a little uncomfortable at how close we're going to end up getting to the fleet before we're able to fire a good salvo torpedoes at them. Again, we're going for a 1 degree spread, 4 times torpedo launch, because it's one of the best. I usually go 3 and 3, but I want to guarantee that this Furutaka sunk. And on the minimap just a little bit here, you can get a better idea of where we're going and where they're going. Their heading is still true. Bearing to us is still 121. Their speed is still constant at 22 knots. So they do not know we are here. We're going to close on them pretty fucking quickly, because I want to try and guarantee we get at least a 50% solution. With this narrow spread, it's 50% is more than enough to almost guarantee a hit. As soon as that starts bouncing between 58 or 48 and 50, it's go time. Go time, baby. I'm gonna immediately swing 90 degrees, full speed ahead, down to 90 meters. I'm gonna pause it too. There's that 50. Cool. Fire. And we're not gonna pause it. Go full right rudder, full speed, down to 90 meters, down scope, I go to Furutaka. I got this down to a science. I'm actually going to nav move the ship over there, just to guarantee that she's going away and I don't forget about her. She's just doing circles. Torpedoes are going in a straight line currently. They will make their turn on heading for the Furutaka here momentarily. We're going to reduce speed down to 6 knots now to capitation. We don't want to be heard. This is the best chance we have at baiting destroyers. Time comes. Go ahead and hide the HUD to a minimal amount and wait, essentially. I think we did launch from about 4 or so kilometers, so they'll take a little while to get there because the torpedoes we travel at, I think it's 20 knot. Emphasis on think. I've accidentally split torpedoes. Literally, like, had a torpedo on my left or my right and just driven between them and just had them sitting there side by side with me in a heavy cruiser before, and that was mildly horrifying. It's just, oh shit, torpedoes. Let's zoom out and see if we can't see our torpedoes. There they are. YouTube compression might not be able to let you see them, but I'll highlight them and outline them with the mouse as they move inbound for our, hopefully, second heavy cruiser sunk within 2 engagements. I haven't changed any settings on the audio yet, as I'm recording this back to back. So please do let me know in the comments if it's too quiet, too loud, what have you. I can go back in editing too, and I'm gonna make some adjustments. I know there are sections where it's too quiet, and there's some sections where it's a little too loud, and it's just a matter of fine tuning it and figuring out, you know, what's what and what's where. This episode and subsequent episodes up until episode 10 will be around 25 to 30-ish minutes long, just because it is kind of a slow game, and there's like some moments of action such as this, and then there's also moments of just utter downtime. And I don't want you guys to get, you know, too bored watching it, but at the same time I want to keep you like on the edge of your seat. So hopefully 25 to 30 minutes isn't too long or too short for you guys. Again, let me know in the comments. Torpedoes are just about to make impact. See that 1 degree spread, nice and narrow. Let's watch it from this light cruiser's point of view. Let's watch it from this light cruiser's point of view. A good view of the impacts. At the HUD too for you. Dud. 1 hit. Single torpedo hit. And actually detonated. I think the other 2 went too deep. That's unfortunate. However, we check the report really quick. Heavy flooding and moderate damage. We can ride this out and dodge their depth charges for a little bit, and just let it deal even more damage while they try to repair. But other than that, I mean, 50% chance of it hitting, meaning 2 would hit out of a 4 torpedo launch. 2 did hit. Of those 2, there's a 50% chance that 1 was going to be a dud. 1 was a dud. We got extremely lucky on our first engagement, and that was a little more realistic as to what we can expect in engagements to come when it comes to torpedoes. But still, I mean, I'm happy with the amount of damage that we've done. Our surface fleet could easily come in and just mop up this fleet, and I think the next moves we're going to do will be to bring in the surface fleet, as well as bring in the cargo fleet, and hopefully try and land some stuff on Guadalcanal and get a foothold in the region and on the island itself. Of course, we will try to make those moves under the cover of darkness, as it is easier to evade detection. She's still burning. We won't cause any more damage to her in terms of flooding, but we can cause more damage by these fires burning. I am going to, however, retreat here in just a few moments as this range to us starts closing drastically. As you can see, though, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to collisions. We're going to pause really quick. When it comes to collisions, this is something I have to worry about, as well as the AI. And the AI is pretty good about, you know, avoiding each other. But you can visually see the damage to this destroyer. And if we go to the report, that light cruiser and that destroyer have minor damage to each other. That they dealt to each other, and that destroyer also has minor flooding. Flooding can be fixed, repairs, and damage can be fixed. You can also counter flood to try and mitigate any roll and, you know, gain performance back. And damage also limits your performance when it comes to service ships. I mean, just look at it's so gorgeous too. Little beauty shot for you guys there. Alright, they just put their fire out. They're still burning below deck, but their surface fire is out. So we're gonna go ahead and leave combat. Heavy flooding, moderate damage dealt to the Furutaka at my hands. Minor damage to a light cruiser and a destroyer, as well as minor flooding to the destroyer at their own hand. That is also something they have to worry about when it comes to engagement, is launching torpedoes. They can torpedo each other. They can torpedo themselves. I've watched them do it. It is hilarious. So entertaining. Unfortunately, we did not get any more command points, but we are sitting pretty comfortably at 38. We could easily just pump out more submarines, but I think right now 5 is fine because I do want to try and save for another surface fleet. So it's another about 130. So we need about another 100 command points, which just means doing engagements. When Guadalcanal is, under occupation, and as the Japanese try to build it up, if we don't capture it and build it up first, when their airfield starts going up and their or the naval base starts going up, more than likely be airfield because that's AI's coded to do. But we can shore bombard it with the surface fleet, and it'll knock it down a peg. Literally every time, it'll knock it down to down a level, all the way back down to 0, and of course at the expense of our own ammo, but worth it, right? So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to move the Task Force 1, the peninsula of Guadalcanal. I'm gonna move the cargo fleet up just behind it. We're gonna send in Task Force 1 first, of course, because it's faster, so we'll be able to clear out the area just before the cargo fleet. But hopefully we can get another engagement with a submarine as that goes on. Go up to 600 times. Not too fast, but fast enough to where it's still moving time pretty comfortably. Growler has engaged that same surface fleet again. This time, we are going to sink the Furitaka. They are off our right. We're going to target it. Also going to pause really quick and jump over it because you have to re-identify it, which is kind of annoying. Furitaka class. Yeah, that for sure. We have 6 torpedoes left in our bow tubes. We're only going to give her 3. We don't want to use all of them just yet. We'll have 10 left over, plus we'll have technically 14 left over in our stern tubes, but stern tubes are a little more difficult to use, a little less reliable in terms of solution. I'm going to turn full right. They're 10 kilometers away. We're also going to increase our speed to max and start heading towards them. Actually, I'm going to cancel this and nav course that way. And they're sending it too. They're at 24 knots. Currently, all we know is the Furitaka, she's down to moderate damage and moderate flooding. She's able to get some of her flooding under control. However, we did engage her. Oh, yeah, see? See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to engagements being too close together. They know I'm here. So either they have detected me and they're going to start hunting me. I'm expecting this destroyer to peel off this way too here pretty soon. Or they're just naturally going defensive and zigzagging because they know there is a submarine in the area hunting them and it's done damage. I would love to get damage on this side of her, as that would more than likely cripple her and send her to the bottom because all our damage so far was to the port side bow. But we're going to let this play out just a little bit longer and see what they're doing. The destroyers are peeling off to the right, but we, the left, we are to the right. So I'm curious as to what they're doing. They might just be turning around. See if their heading keeps changing. They've made a 90-degree turn. They're still going. They are still going. No, they trained out. For the most part. So I think they're just running from us. They know we're in the area. And they're just trying to they're just trying to get the fuck out of here. You can go 25 knots, she's accelerating. So either they know we're here for sure, or they're just straight up being defensive. Yeah, I think they're just being defensive because she's turning back on herself. So she's just zigzagging. She can make it extremely difficult to get a shot off. So we're not even gonna bother. We keep zigzagging. No point trying to waste torpedoes trying to get rounds off at them. All that good, and go back up to 6 times speed. Come in and mop them up with this. Can't run. Air operations are now available. Cool. Task Force 1 is in position, waiting for the cargo fleet. We will send Task Force 1 up to about here and lead the cargo fleet back until nightfall. Growler has engaged the same fleet. They are outbound currently, actually. They are on the other side of this island. We know that from the intel. They're right there. So we bring up periscope really quick, because we can't see that far. We have to bring up the periscope to be able to use it. There they are. Go ahead and turn on the radar as well. We're going to go full speed ahead. Target you. Classify you as a Furitaka because you know she's #1 ship in line. Set up our three torpedoes at a 1 degree spread. Hopefully. He's still booking it at 24 knots though. I'm pretty sure they're just straight up outbound. You know, yes, they're still in defensive maneuvers. But there's no point in us trying to engage them. They're heading back for repairs. So with that known, we're gonna send Task Force 1 here preemptively, and we're going to send cargo group just behind her and get ready for our landing at Guadalcanal. Growler has engaged. Oh, they're coming back. Okay. Growler, you need to make way opposite direction. Start this. Send you back up to full flank speed. I'm not seeing them on the horizon anywhere. Go ahead and turn radar. Growler's turning around, so they should be back way somewhere. I'm not seeing. Oh, there they are. Just over there. The pressure will allow you to see them, but use the periscope. There they are, right there. And they're still defensive. I can see them maneuvering. They're still defensive. I think they're trying to they're attempting to outmaneuver me. Target you. You are the Furitaka. Downscope. Yeah, they're still defensive. I think they're just trying to outmaneuver me. We'll play with them a little. We'll see if we can get a potential firing solution on them. Speeding up. I really just think the AI is just being a little on the stupid side. Constant defensive maneuvers. I mean, so long as we can keep engaging them with Growler here, though, we can keep a bead on their location relative to our fleet. They're making their way back towards Guadalcanal, so they might have potentially some sort of intel that we are moving our fleet in. Currently, they're about here. Just about here. But, again, our service fleet should be pop them up pretty fucking quick if we do get into it. That is reconnaissance aircraft. Also air operation time, so we're going to send out the Pensacola. Don't know what this is. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to send you over here. Grab the Pensacola. Or aircraft. Here. Can't grab the task force anymore. Fuck. Oop. Growler has engaged them again. Go ahead and just see if they're doing their defensive. They should be like right on top of me too, just about. Not seeing them on the horizon anywhere. I know they're behind me. Oh, there they are. Otherwise. Yep. Radar. They're still doing defensive maneuvers. Unfortunate. Target you. Yeah, they're still doing their zigzag. They're still at 24 knots. Still conscious of the fact that there is a. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave. Go ahead and leave. Really, no point in hanging out and stalking them. We'll continue to stalk them with the sub from map view. But other than that, there isn't much that Rattler can do at the moment. Kingfisher has found them. Our planes in the area, and it'll be giving us updates as they are. I'm actually going to send Task Force 1 service fleet in for them. We're just going to go mop them up. As we go air encounter. Ignore it. Service Fleet 1 has began an encounter. This is one that we cannot just ignore. We have to do this. Here is our fleet. We have our 2 Kingfishers up, and we know their fleet is here somewhere. Start it, and we're going to instantly pause because I need to do. First, we need to get a quick lay of the land. Exactly where we are. Okay. We're going to form you guys up. I'm going to form you guys up. I'm going to form you up. And just keep them all separate. And nice and neat and organized. We know for sure they're over here somewhere. We can grab the Kingfishers and tell them to do flight patterns. They'll go until they run out of fuel. Give us a constant view of the enemy when the time comes. I'm also going to preliminary grab a loose spot for all of our ships. That'll give us a better firing solution, and we're going to have them target individual ships when time comes. We're also going to mainly focus on that for Ataka, as well as identify it as soon as possible. There they are. Pause. Grab the Furataka. Zoom in on her map. We're going to grab our Pensacola. Target. That's a Furataka. Target the Furataka. Target the Furataka. Target the Furataka. Our destroyers for now aren't too much. They're gonna hang out and mop up anything that needs to be mopped up. For now, though, we're going to tell the Brooklyn, tell her to sail this direction. Grab the Pensacola, tell her to sail in. They're going to continue on their current heading. And now, these ships, because of the way they are grouped, should form line ahead, and as they turn, they should fall into line behind each other. The destroyers trying to come over to form up behind this destroyer, etc., etc. Also going to tell Pensacola to speed up, as well as the Brooklyn to speed up to 33 knots each. See, they're still doing their evasive maneuvers. I don't think they know we are here yet. I'm also going to tell my Kingfishers to climb to their max altitude, because I don't want them being shot down. And at higher altitudes, they're less likely to be shot down. Our submarine, I think, is just outside the battlefield. Won't really be able to use for our advantage. We go into the binoculars view. Oop, that was the wrong thing. That's fine, actually. Go into binocular view. There they are. Barely make them out on the horizon. 23 kilometers away currently. Still slowly remembering all the keybinds. Brooklyn. you to go this way. Cola, turn medic. Avoid each other, please. Don't want to do a repeat of what the Japanese. And as light cruisers go, the Brooklyn class light cruiser, holy fuck, he can pack a punch. My god. I mean, it's what, 10 8-inch guns, right? 5-inch guns? 6-inch guns. 10 6-inch guns. God damn. And the Pentacola's, I think, 9. 3, 3, 6. 6 5-inch guns? 6 8-inch guns. Yeah, the US fleet can pack a fucking punch compared to the Japanese. So when it comes to playing the Japanese campaign, the best course of action you can take is just straight up evasive tactics. Be as passive as possible. So, looking at the recording time, we're at 31 minutes. We're going to run this episode a little long, unfortunately, but we'll go back and put in a jump cut earlier when nothing was really happening while we were shuffling fleets around, and hopefully we can cut off a few McCombs. You did just see this light cruiser fire, and they are firing at us. Do not know who exactly they are firing at, though. I don't know if they're firing at our heavy cruisers or light cruisers or our destroyers. I don't have any shells landed just yet. They are 23 kilometers away, though, and they're not going to do very much damage because they're light cruisers. You do have to micromanage damage a little bit, as well as orders. We'll get into that. No shells have landed yet. As you can see, though, the Japanese fleet is a shit show. Kurotaka's cutting off their light cruisers and just gunning for us. This light cruiser taking pot shots. I don't think this one's opening up as well. Destroyers are opening up, and Kurotaka's finally opening up with her secondaries, I think? Yeah, she's opening up with secondaries, which is interesting, I believe. But it looks like she might T-bone this, Oh, they might actually be firing at that Kingfish. I don't think they are, though. Might actually T-bone this destroyer, though. Jump back over to our ships here and just, oh, they're doing. See if any shells are opening. You really want to repeat this? Turn, you fat cow. This one's already been hit by a friendly ship. There you go. Lord. Again, yeah, I'm not seeing any shells land, and if they are, they're not landing very accurately. We have a 42% solution on all of them, so we're going to open up with main guns. AP, loose, spot, fire. We're just going to go down the line and do that. And we're not going to send out too many rounds. We're just going to do this to a person. We don't have very many. We have 550 rounds per gun for our heavies, 1100 for our light cruisers. Yeah, you can see just how short their rounds are. Jump over to the Kurotaka. They are running away. They are faster than. And by having it on spot, it's just giving us a rough estimation of their range, speed, and just roughly where our rounds are going to land. I swear I can speak English. As those rounds land and we get more information and intel as to, yeah, see just how short they are. So by us knowing just how short they are, we can go through and hold fire, because I know I'm not going to hit them at all, and I don't want to win. So we're going to hold fire. We're going to grab Sommers here, tell them to bring up the rear. I'm not going to tell Sommers to speed up because she can go 39 knots, and we don't need to do 26. just slowly catch them and just kind of be a thorn in their side. They're more than likely going to target our heavier ships first, as they, can deal more damage. But as you can see, yeah, our solutions jumped up to 70 from the 44 that it was just by doing those 3 volleys of loose spotting rounds, because you can see just how fucking close they're getting to hitting Furitaka. Of course, though, they're still at 20 kilometers, and it's plunging fire, so it'll do a decent amount of fucking damage. But, it's not quite worth telling them to continue firing. No, go. I'm trying to keep them spaced enough to where they won't hit each other, either A, with their own rounds, or B, with their own ships. The last thing we want to do. You can see, I don't know if this is intentional formation by the AI, but they're flanking Furitaka with 2 destroyers. I'm pretty sure that's accidental. The Furutaka's hurt. She can't run that fast. She can only do 27 knots. So we're guaranteed to catch her, but I cannot compress time because they're constantly firing at us, wasting ammo, and getting nowhere near us just yet. When we start taking actual rounds, I'll really open fire and start returning the favor with our meaty guns that we have on our US ships. As it stands now, though, I am going to go through really quick, turn them into narrow, and turn off spot as we grow closer. And I'm going to put in a very quick jump cut here as we close range ever so slowly on Furitaka. Everyone, welcome back. Our solution was wavering around 80-ish% on the Furitaka when we last left, but it's dropped down to about 50 now. So we're opening up with some more spotting rounds. Hopefully we're gonna get that in. They're outside 22 kilometers for the Polo class and just over 20.5 kilometers Brooklyn class. You can see our solution starting to go back up now with these spotting rounds going out. As soon as that's up to 80, we're going to take off spot, go to narrow spread, and just really try and pound home some rounds on Pensacola. Not the Pensacola, the Furitaka, because she's nearing the edge of the combat circle, and I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to catch up to her before she is able to leave combat. Oh, excuse me. I told you it was going to be burnt. They are opening up with their secondaries on us, as well as our King... Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Our Kingfishers overhead. Our solution is now up to about 80%, so we're going to go ahead and pop this over to narrow, turn off the spotting mechanic for the rounds, and really start trying to pound some rounds home into the Furitaka and deal some damage. If we can slow her down at all, that would be beautiful. Yeah, look how close they're getting now. Go ahead and hide the minimap. It's not really doing too much for us just now. We have to, jump back over to our ships. We see them just over there in the distance. Flashes of their muzzles as they lob 6 and 8-inch rounds downrange for this Japanese vessel that we have done already a pretty significant amount of damage to. If we could sink her before she can escape, I'd be very happy. Granted, I don't want to waste too much ammo trying to attack her at, extreme range as she takes pot shots at our Kingfisher that is flying overhead now. See where these landing. Lands are landing, rounds are landing. They're a little short, those are a little better. Ooh, that was a close one. Just bracketed her, and I think that was with one of the Pensacola class. We're definitely walking her in. Those are a little far. But you can see the light cruisers are starting to go evasive as these rounds are starting to get a little uncomfortably close for the Japanese. Look at that. Just shy. Next one will probably be just a little long. Just walking her in right now. But again, I don't want to waste... Ooh, was almost hit. Now she's going evasive, I think. Nope, she's still staying for... Those were nice and close. Close rounds. Long. Oh, those almost hit a light cruiser on accident. Just off her bow. Okay, she's really being walked in now. We need a couple rounds to hit and to incite panic in her crew to get her to start maneuvering. As soon as you hit a ship, it's... There it is. There's our first hit. Didn't really do any more damage to her, though. I think all we hit was a gun. Just shy of her stern. Those ones are way long. Just side. Short. Long. We are firing at us. I'm pretty sure the full extent of our range right now. She's just on the edge of our range. Long. We might collect a light cruiser on complete accident here. There is a cooldown too between engagements, so when we leave this, they'll be able to move freely for I think a half hour before they're able to be engaged again or again. These first 7 episodes too, by the way, while we watch these rounds inch closer and closer to the Furitaka. Yeah, the solution's going down, so we're gonna stop. We're gonna hold fire. Hold fire. Hold fire on everyone. We're not getting hits. Don't need to be wasting ammo. As our Pensacola is down to 455 rounds. As I was saying, that these first, make sure everyone's on hold. Hold. You're not. Hold fire. Stop firing. These, oh shit, we got a fire. Okay. I should start slowing her down. She's not quite at the map border yet, but I definitely want to close this range. She's way too far away to be, just to be taking these pot shots at her. Not gonna do much. There's still rounds incoming, as, you know, there were rounds being sent down range as we were telling them to hold fire. Anyways, these first 7 or so episodes might end up being a little longer than, you know, the half-hour mark. They might be a little closer to an hour each. I really love this game. And they're going to be daily uploaded as well. From today, what is it, 29th? Monday, April 29th, till Friday, what is that, May 7th? Yeah, until, oh, sorry, Thursday, April 29th, it's my Monday, until Friday, May 7th, daily uploads. Okay? You're gonna see back-to-back episodes of this stuff on the Insidious Hooligans YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be sinking Furitaka today, in this engagement at least. She has moderate damage and moderate flooding still, but she's just too far outside of our range to comfortably and safely inflict damage. I might start doing small narrations at the beginning of episodes too, rather than just jumping straight into it and be like, hey, hi, what's up, how's it going? I might start, you know, doing like recaps and what the plan is for the episode. I don't quite know yet, but we'll just have to wait and see. She put out her fire. We're just going to retreat. We can't compress time, unfortunately, because they're actively firing at our Kingfisher, which is here, over there somewhere. We haven't lost either of them, by the way. I don't think any of them are damaged either, because they're up at fucking 10,000 feet. But hopefully, next time round, she'll beat the bottom of the ocean, be victorious. we're gonna wait for this retreat timer to end, and it'll be the end of the episode. Fortunate. Not much has happened. A little bit of excitement, a little bit of a teaser there for you. What's to come. Kind of shows you how frustrating, I guess you could put it, the surface combat can be when it comes to like actual surface fleets versus other surface fleets, especially when you get engaged at such a long range and they're already moving away from you. It's a little more difficult to actually engage and catch up with them. I mean, we're going 33 knots right now, as both of these fleets are going 33, and I think the Somers is also going 33. I mean, I can bump it up to 39, but it wouldn't be enough to catch them, and I really don't want to send my destroyers in to, you know, a 5-ship fleet with just 2 destroyers. Yeah, we could launch torpedoes and we could potentially do damage, but we'd have to wait for a solution, and it's not worth risking 2 really good destroyers that we don't have very many of. We have 5 Somers classes in service, and or to choose from, we currently have 2 of them in service, and really do not fancy losing them. So today, Burataka gets away, but she will meet her fate at the bottom of the ocean here very shortly. About 60 more seconds before we can leave this combat. So that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed, you know, the little amount of combat that you got a little taster of. There's more of this to come. Again, if I miss anything, or if you have any questions or comments, or even concerns, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm Shadow. This is Hooligans YouTube channel, and I will see you on the next service battle. Bye.